welcome to my channel and welcome to your reading. So we're going to do a general reading today, and this is going to be however you take it. So if you're looking at love or business or career, or maybe even something very specific in your life, that's how you'll take it. And if you like this reading, then make sure you like. I have dog hair all over my table. Sorry. Make sure you like or share or comment, and definitely subscribe. That would be fabulous. And what else? Also, if you want a personal reading, my website as well as my email are in the description box, and then also on my about page, the link is there, and you can either email me and schedule time, or my website, you can book with me. All right. So with that, all right, Spirit, tell me, what does Virgo need to know about the week of April 30th through May 6th? What does Virgo need to know? You might hear a dog here and there kind of getting in and out of their beds or jingling their collars. Hopefully not barking. Ooh, there we go, Virgo. We're starting with the Ace of Pentacles. Great card. All right, what else does Spirit, what else does Virgo need to know? What else does Virgo? Lots of money here. Or resources, I should say. Knight of Rods, one more for Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know? All right, wow. Wowza. All right, let's see what we got for the bottom of the deck. I need to get a map for this just because I can't get my cards off of it. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Rods, the King of Rods, and the Temperance card. It's actually a nice little display there as well. We'll come back to that. All right. So this is your foundation. This is what leads up to the week of April 30th through May 6th. And it looks like you may have recently had an infusion of funds. This could be from all kinds of stuff. It could have been that you received a loan. It could be that you got a promotion, or you received a bonus, or your tax return. It could be a lot of different things, right? But some kind of resource you've had an infusion of. So if that resource, if this for you is about love, then that resource would be you recently had this, super romantic experience or something. If it's about job or business, you may have had a new client that is, a good add to your portfolio, or a new or a raise or promotion or a new position or something. So, and this Four of Pentacles, I know sometimes people look at this as being tight. I really kind of look at it as it depends on your definition of tight, right? So are you spending lavishly? No, but you are able to save, and maybe you're saving for something very specific. You are able to pay your bills and to live comfortably. And so again, comfortably is maybe too vague, but without worry, okay? Not without budget, though. This still indicates that you're budgeting. And then you have the Knight of Rods. That's bringing in a message. So past this message, there's yet another message of stability coming in. So if we're looking at love, we're looking at taking maybe things to the next step and creating that stable relationship. If we're talking about job or career or investment or something along those lines, it's taking that situation to the next step and creating that stable environment, right? So it looks like things are just kind of moving right along for you, Virgo. You're not having a lot of drama at this time, which is great. I know Virgos are not, they don't like drama usually. They like things to be kind of calm. So we've got this Two of Pentacles here. So this is back to that budgeting, making sure that you don't overspend just because you had this new infusion of love or money or whatever resource, clientele, whatever it is, doesn't mean that you treat that lavishly, right? It means that you still stick to your budget and stick to your plan. Um, so in love, that would kind of look like, um, that you still keep moving that relationship forward. Okay, we got the Queen of Rods here. So, that's fire energy. And she's a very excited, she kind of represents excitement and passion and happiness, right? So just know that that's sort of what you're feeling. And we've got the King right next to her. So kind of a double dose of that. You may have a fire sign in your life, a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries that is helping you fuel some of this happiness and passion, right? So that could explain some of that too. And then we've got the Temperance card. This is a major arcana card. It is ruled by Sagittarius, so also fire. But it is about kind of getting the alchemy right, getting the mixture right, getting the elixir right, how many ways you want to say that, but putting together the right scenario, the right solution for this situation. So if we're talking about a job, we're talking that solution might be some kind of problem solving that you're doing at work. If it's about a business, you might be trying to put the perfect solution together for a client. And if we're talking about love, it might be that perfect solution for your own relationship in regards to a wedding or an engagement or an anniversary celebration, something along those lines. All right, let's see. Let's see what actually happens the week of April 30th through May 6th. Spirit, tell me what else Virgo needs to know. That looks very important. Wow, ruled by Aries, so more fire, more passion. What else does Virgo need to know? What else does Virgo need to know? What else does Virgo need to know? Spirit. Bottom of the deck. Two of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Cups. And the Temperance card again. Wow. The Temperance card is really hanging in there with you. All right. Let me just take a look at these a minute. So this Emperor card, right on top of all of this resources, right? An infusion of new resources, budgeting your resources. The Emperor is about passion and also about sort of very project-based, very task-based. Let's get things done and let's get them done in order and let's make sure we're efficient and effective about it. So that's interesting. So those of you in a career situation that week, you're probably going to be in that mode of project management, of making sure, everything is in its place and every task is being executed the way it's supposed to be. If we're talking about clientele, that more of an investment or business situation, then same thing, that lead by example, making sure everybody's going down the right path and that all the focus is where it needs to be, right? And if we're talking about love, again, it's that leadership of bringing that relationship where it needs to go. We've got the King of Cups here, so that's that water energy, that empathy, that understanding, that ability to listen without forming your answer while you're listening, right? But listen completely openly. That's a very specific message that somebody needed to hear, is learning to listen openly. And then we've got this Three of Rods. This card can talk a little bit about travel. Some of you may be traveling that week. That is not its primary setting. I feel like it's, for most of you, it's here because now that you have gotten to where you've gotten, you've planned what you've planned, you're sort of seeing how it's looking as it's being rolled out and you feel really good about where you're at and about your choices and about how everything's coming together. It feels like it's in very divine timing and method, right? Like it was always supposed to be that way. All right, let's take a look at your cards here. So we've got the Two of Cups. That's that partnership, um, working through this. The Nine of Pentacles. That's building up on those resources. Maybe even feeling a little bit lavish about them. The Four of Cups here is really about, you've got a message coming in from spirit and you may not be paying attention. So make sure your eyes are wide open for that because you don't want to miss that. And then back to this Temperance card, getting that elixir right, getting that mix right, and making sure it, and for those of you in a work environment or a clientele or business investment type environment, you may be trying to make sure you've got the right team put together that so that they sync really well as they're working. In a love relationship, you may be trying to make sure that other components of your relationship, like children, parents, work, lifestyles, desires, are working together. Okay. Let's see what your outcome is. What is Virgo's outcome? What is Virgo's outcome for April 30th through May 6th? Spirit, tell me what Virgo needs to know about their outcome. Wow. April 30th through May 6th. What? Whoa. That was like 10 cards. There we go. Okay. What an interesting set of cards to have next to each other. Bottom of the deck. Wow. Devil, 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. All right, we'll come back to those. So looking at these two, you've got this High Priestess. It's just continuing to kind of get a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. This High Priestess it's largely about intuition. And she is kind of the person in the deck that has her crown chakra is just always constantly open to spirit and receiving messages and relaying those messages. So she's always in that realm of intuition and kind of looking at what's going on around her and fitting that into that intuition. So you may be trusting your gut a lot, and that's okay because your gut is going to be right. You're going to feel good about the decisions you're making. You're going to feel led, divinely led, even in a way that you want to partner, right? So you're going to end up listening to that message from spirit that I mentioned earlier. And then this Death card is about transformation. So you're taking whatever happened here to get you to where you're going. You're taking that literally to the next level, to something that's transformative for you and for the people around you. So that's actually really cool. Like it's that whole storyline is just wonderful. You're watching it unfold. You're feeling really good about it. And the outcome is that your instincts are proven true. Your transformation is in place. You got to watch out for, I think for a lot of you, this will feel like overthinking, but any kind of obsessive behavior, whether it's obsessing about, working too many hours and feeling very workaholic like, or obsessing in your mind, or obsessing about somebody, or even drugs, alcohol, anything that can be addictive, food, overeating, things that you do when you're not sure what's going to happen and not sure if your desires are going to come through, when you're not 100% trusting in the divine manifestation of your desires, right? So if you can go back to that trust, you'll get where you need to go. All right. And then this Ten of Swords talks about, starting the end of a difficult cycle. So you're starting something new. And some of this, although you don't have a card in here that says this is a difficult cycle at all, but what you did here may have ended that difficult cycle. Queen of Cups, there's that empathy and listening. Knight of Cups, there's that message, a message that derives emotion, probably good emotion. All right. Now, let's pull some clarification cards. What do I want to clarify, Virgo? think I'd like to clarify the ace and the 10. And then I would like to clarify the emperor for sure. And then both of these. So let's go with that first. Using the True Intuitive Tarot deck for this. And Spirit. All right. Tell me about this 10. What does Virgo need to know about this 10 of Pentacles? What does Virgo need to know? There it is. Okay. Sorry. What does Virgo need to know about this Emperor? Okay, good to know. And we'll get him right side up. I don't read upside down cards in a big general reading like this. I think it just adds a level of complexity that I just want to make it more straightforward. I want to take a look at that Death card. Tell me, Spirit, more about the Death card. Why is the Death card here for Virgo? Lovers. Why is the High Priestess card here for Virgo? Wow. Bottom of the deck. There's that Four of Cups again. So making sure you're listening to Spirit's message. Magician card, so manifestation. Ace of Swords, communication, new communication, making sure that you're both comprehensive and clear, but yet concise, right? And then the Five of Wands. There might be conflict along the road here, but if you can kind of take a leadership role in that, what you want to make sure is that you don't have too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people who think they have the lead in this scenario. You might need to cut that off nip that in the bud, as they say, right? All right, let's take a look at this Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Cups here, which is about choice. It's about knowing that you have a couple of opportunities here. Also knowing that the right one, there's one that's the right one, or maybe a couple that's the right one, but there's a lot that are the wrong ones, right? So it's really taking that analytical view and understanding what is the good choice for you, right? And so that has to do with this infusion of resources here. So you may have just recently gone through that. And the Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles here is represented by the 10 of Pentacles. So double down on that card. I kind of feel like, you have recently reached this level of stability that feels quite comfortable. And you're very happy with that, but you've got so much more to go. And then with the Emperor, you have this Hangman. So there's a couple of things Hangman can represent. One is delays, and one is the idea that it's not your decision. It's the decision lies in somebody else's court. So when we go back to what the Emperor does, the Emperor is that person of passion and excitement, and but yet rules and structure, or not really rules and structure, more like project management, flexibility. They can be flexible, but they kind of stay. How do I want to describe that? It's really more of like this project piece. Like they have a methodology to how they want to execute something, and they want to use that methodology. It's not that they can't be flexible, because they can. The ultimate goal is to get to the end result, and they will be flexible to make it to that end result. But it's not always going to be their way, right? There might be some restrictions in terms of their ability to do that. And then the Death card is this Lovers card, kind of counterintuitive, right? The Lovers and the Death card. But when I look at this, a lot of times this is about decision and seeing that there are two paths that you can take, and they're varied. They're not similar. They don't seem similar. They might ultimately be, but it seems like, gosh, they're so different considering they fall within the same decision realm, right? And I think it doesn't, you have to go with your gut on this, and especially right next to this High Priestess card. You're going to have to go with your gut on this, on what decision that you make. Now, if you're listening to this reading and it's about love for you, this may be about the transformative nature of your relationship with this person. But otherwise, there's a decision to be made. And it will be transformative in nature. You're going to listen to your gut because it could be the change in a partnership situation. All right. 10 of Cups. And, earlier when I got that 10 of Swords and I said the end of a difficult situation, the 10 of Cups is really like the celebration and completion of a wonderful situation, right? So this ended up being a wonderful experience for you. And the High Priestess is here because you're doing that reflection. You've got that intuition in place. This is all celebratory, and you feel really good about the choices you made. And we kind of went through these already. Keep the magic going, keep the manifestation going, keep listening to spirit and listening to your intuition, opening that chakra, that crown chakra, and your communication. Lots of communication happening in here. Lots of communication for the first time with people you've not communicated or with groups you've not communicated with before. So make sure that you're clear, that you're choosing words that fit in their realm, the way that they, like realm is my word today, I guess. The nomenclature that they use, that their vernacular that they use to engage with each other. And we all, there's corporate cultures, there's cultures by state, by region, by country. So looking at it from that perspective, right? Put yourself in their shoes before you convey the message. And then just watching out for that conflict. All right, let's pull your messages for the week. I just want to see, what is your wisdom message? What is Virgo's wisdom message for the week? What is Virgo's? There it is. Ooh, come to the edge. And then what is your energy message for the week? Beyond the ordinary. You know who else got that was Leo. And I'll pull that one in a minute. All right, so come to the edge. This this card is about taking your situation all the way, right? All the way to the edge. And that means that you've got to be willing to take risks, and those risks will get you the gains and the return on resources that you're hoping for. So if we're talking about love, take yourself all the way to the edge and talking to that person about where your love stands and what you want to do with it next. And if we're talking about business or job or career, then you need to take that risk. Whatever risk you're seeing in front of you, do your analysis and then take the next step. But make sure you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed in terms of your analysis. Look at that, but then that edge is what's going to help you. And then beyond the ordinary, this card is, it's the proverbial think outside the box thing. But it's really definitely taking things to a spectacular level. So you put these two together and they're pretty obvious, like really create a show out of this, really make it a deal. Okay, let's pull your message from the Dream Weavers. What is Virgo's message from the Dream Weavers this week? What is Virgo's message from the Dream Weavers? All right. Oh. If the taste is sweet and good. If the taste is sweet and good. All right. So that's number 38. If the taste is sweet and good, the essential meaning is when things are as good as they seem, the blessings in life, being thankful for success, grace. I'm going to change glasses because I read better with these. There are times in life when you wonder if this is too good to be true, if the beauty you see is real, if the love you feel and the forgiveness you offer is as life-changing as it seems. Now is the time to release all your doubts and revel in the bountiful blessings beyond being bestowed upon you. Do not allow any thought of unworthiness to taint this moment or allow any indulgence in the rash act to keep moving forward. to distract you from receiving and taking this all in. Wow. Slow down and savor the moment. It will not last, nor should it, but it does invite your full and absolute attention. Who are you to deny these gifts? There are moments in life when harmony of the universe sings through our bones in such a way that life and your part in it just seems to make sense. Let it. Today, if the taste is sweet and good, just trust in the experience and allow it without trying to capture it or force it to stay. This is a moment to remember, and that is a beautiful thing. All right, Spirit, that is a wonderful sentiment. Um, and with that, that is the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe, like, share, whatever suits your fancy. And have a wonderful day or week ahead. Thanks so much.